Yeah. Yeah. Well, I hope that you do feel blessed back for all the charitable things you do. I know you're not asking for anything back, but do you feel love and warmth and blessings?
From my Heavenly Father, I do, yeah. When the bishop was emptying my freezer on the balcony, taking all that food to the poor, he was being very conservative because he didn't want to steal my food, that I might be hungry. And I told him flat out, I said, Bishop, the Lord will fill that up within hours. Take everything if you want. I have no problem with it. Again, I take my moral compass and my emotions, my feelings, my brain towards the Heavenly Father and Heavenly Mother. That's the only validation that I need. And when I was laying in that chair today, having my jaw totally cut open with a lot of surgery, they had to take the mask off me. So when I got inspired, when Heavenly Father said, David, see if you can get a dentist and a doctor to those kids in the Philippines, I took the mask off and I told him. And so that's the only validation that I need. I don't have to have, a resume. I think a spiritual resume is more important to me these days than a regular resume.
I agree. But, sometimes when when I can't sleep at night, I'll listen to a lot of near-death experience stories. And the one thing that really is in common with a lot of them is they're told it's not your time yet. You haven't completed your work on earth yet. And a lot of them will say that they don't even know what they're supposed to do. And sometimes even though I have a job that I love and I do think I help people once in a while, I sometimes worry that I'm not doing more, that there's something else I should be doing. And then I talk to you, realize that I'm hardly doing anything to make the world better.
Well, you're certainly making my world better. I haven't ever had a mother or father or a mentor. We had some fun with Truman Madsen and Cleon Skousen and whatever. But I've never really had anybody that I can consult with and talk to without judgment. Usually their intellect is so much lower than mine. That's very harsh for me to say. But if only 1% of the population gets a PhD, it means I'm good at least one thing, not everything, but at least one thing I'm good at. And so, hearing about your cat just inspired the hell out of me. I went to and studied cats. I studied dogs, side trailing. It put me on to the parapsychology people there at Duke University. They've responded back to me. So the ripple effect, many times we don't see the ripple effect of how we affect other people. And it's an eternal ripple effect. People don't understand that. When people say the ripple effect, eventually we think, well, if the ocean is too big or the lake is too big, the ripple will eventually flatten out. It's not true. It's eternal.
Yeah, and that's what I love about these near-death experiences, because when they have their life review, it's not a time of judgment. It's they actually become embodied in the other person.
Yes.
And that person feels what they said or did to them, how it made this other person feel.
Right. We don't see that in our carbon body. That's very hard for us to see. But spiritually, when we die, I don't know if you've ever looked at any of Edgar Casey's detailed study. He's called The Sleeping Prophet, and he recorded 14,500 trances where he channeled information from the other side of the veil. If you get a chance, write his name down, Edgar Casey, the Sleeping Prophet, and go to YouTube and he'll talk to you about soul contracts and a lot of out-of-body experiences and near-death experiences. And
Okay, I will.
he's very informative, and he will tell you too, if you watch him long enough and you key the right videos, he'll tell you about cats and dogs, how they really are related to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that inspired
Casey
me
with
after
us.
you talked me about your cat.
Is it Casey with a C?
Yeah,
C-A?
Edgar
Okay.
Casey, the Sleeping Prophet.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm writing it down now. All right, David. Well, thank you, and I will see you next week.
That sounds great. I like it. Same time, same place.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, God bless you. Thank you for helping me and just being a friend and let me talk.
You bet. My pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off. That was a good session. Thank you, Holly.